Minitisha. Mheshimiwa Nabii.
I'll speak for him. Church, family of my friend, the late Cyrus Jirongo, leaders present. I've come here to offer my condolences and last respect to a friend. I've known Cyrus for the last 32 years, 33 years to be precise. For those of us who are young student leaders at the advent of multipartyism, and I've got my classmates here who are in the committee, the year 1992 when we were student leaders could easily be called the Jirongo year. As student leaders, especially radical ones who are opposed to the then government of Daniel Arap Moi, we used to, gossip about each other. This one is pretending to be upright, but he was seen with Jirongo, and you knew what that meant that time. John Nyongesa, kwa mchezo makoha, you know what I mean. But our entry into politics that particular time was shaped by this man who was very much determined. Later, of course, I worked very closely with Jirongo. John Nyongesa used to consult for him, especially trying to manage the communication around his many cases. And much later, I had, and been known to many, a brief stint with the One Kenya Alliance with my sister mother here, and Cyrus, was very much determined on the before we took different paths and went different ways. We all remember Jirongo for his fortitude, his determination, and most importantly for me, for thinking big. Jirongo was a big thinker. He refused to lower the bar all the time, even when life became complicated and difficult. As Khanili has said, I used to say about Jirongo didn't want a jam ya pesa. Pesa moja lazima imalizike, ndio ingine ikuje. He was a very good spender on that basis. I want to just finish by saying 3 things. One, I want to support George Khanili, Senator. We need to have thorough investigation on everything that is questionable. It does not presume guilt on anyone to have thorough investigation. And I offer to buy the torch, Khanili, in that respect. Because the truth is important. And the truth is not presumption of guilt on anyone. The second thing is, for those of us, especially, let us be each other's brothers' keeper and sisters' keeper. And especially David Morade, those of us from the Uji and Chai Society, let us be each other's brothers and sisters' keeper, because it is important that we look after each other, especially when we are on that journey. And finally, to the Murembe Nation, if there was one man who loved his community, it was Cyrus Jirongo. Every time, and Philip Kizia would bear me witness because we had those sessions, every time Jirongo got either money or prospect of money, he would call us and tell us, can we start calculating how much we need to put together all the 38 constituencies of the Murembe Nation? And I've got a message for you and a story about one Cinderella. Cinderella spent all her time being told by her sisters that she's not beautiful. The day she discovered her beauty, life was never the same again. May God rest the soul of Cyrus in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you to my sisters-in-law, our sons, to the bigger family of Cyrus in the business community.